Hey, what's up, people? This video is going to be about how the environment really affects you as an individual, and me being the person who always strives to become the best version of himself, and seeing how the environment really affected me as an individual. And I'll be sharing a story of mine. And obviously, I'm still not the best version of myself, but I'm always striving to become better every single day. And let's get into the video. Sometimes it's not you that is weak. It's the environment that keeps you choosing. Your environment shapes your energy, your habits, and your thinking. And if your environment are chasing comfort over doing the right thing as a person, you're going to automatically adapt towards it. And when I'm talking about your environment, I'm talking about your friends and family as well. So I just turned 23 last month. And this year in particular was an awakening year for me. It's because I have taken action, an action that I wanted to do for a very long time, but I didn't have the guts to keep distance towards people that do not really benefit me in life, or cut them off. Clean slate. That's it. For the past 22 years, I've been not choosing my friends, I would say. The environment kept me choosing my friends. It's because the energy that I had, I was attracting like-minded people, like-minded individuals. Every single meeting, every single hangout, every single second of my time when I used to be with my old friends, I just didn't feel right. And I knew for a fact that the position that I am right now, at that time, I knew I could do way better. But I didn't know where to look. So many times I wanted to have the uncomfortable conversation with my friends, but I didn't have the guts to have them. And every single second when I'm invited or they say, yo, Muhammad, let's go, let's hang out, let's do something, I didn't have the guts to say no. And it's really sad, it's because I didn't have self-respect towards myself. And I asked myself one day, I don't have self-respect. How can people respect who I am if I do not have respect towards myself? It was a powerful awakening, and I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. It was funny. Like, I had a powerful awakening. But I didn't do nothing. It's because I didn't have the guts to do anything. Yo, editing Muhammad right here. I was not really only scared to tell my friends off and everything. I was also not confident within myself. I didn't know who I was as a person. And if you really do not know who you are as a person, you're gonna have a hard time saying no to people. It's because you have really low self-esteem and you do not have confidence within yourself because you do not know who you are as a person. And yeah, back to the video. And then I went back to the studying. And the studying is who I am as a person. What am I doing? I started asking myself uncomfortable questions. And I didn't have the answer towards that. Obviously, time went by and everything, and now I know the answer and everything. But at that time, I was just lost and didn't know what to do. And the reason why I just felt uncomfortable with the whole situation where I'm always with my old friends is because the conversation that they're having is so jarring. Like, this is the first thing that popped into my head. Literally. There was a time when I was in the car with one of my friends, and he was talking about his dream car. Oh, I would love to have this dream. Like, I'm not a guy that really I'm not a guy who's really into cars and whatsoever. Like, for me, anything that takes me to point A to point B, I'm good. Honestly, I don't really care. Maybe I would care in the future, who knows. So it's when money starts rolling in, hopefully. Anyways, Um, yeah, we were in the car and we were just talking about cars and everything. He was like, "This is my dream car, and what's so and what's so." I was like, "Oh, really? That's quite decent." And then I asked him this question. I was like, what right steps are you taking towards to reach your goals?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "What steps are you taking in order for your goals to come true?" He was like, "I don't know." And I was like, wow, that man is dreaming of something and he doesn't have no steps towards it whatsoever. And I was like, oh shit, I've been surrounding myself with those kind of people that they just keep on dreaming without any steps. And it's so crazy, so mind-boggling. If you told me a year ago that a year later your output is going to be way higher than your goals, because the mindset that I've developed right now is it's an inevitability that my goals are going to be true. It's inevitable, inshallah, because my input in life is far more greater than my output, far more greater. That's in butchering the word again. That it's going to be inevitable. That's going to happen. It's bound to happen. The success is bound to happen. That's how I'm demanding success right now. That's a year from now. And last year, I would say for myself, I was hoping for success. Inshallah, this happens. I was praying and doing all my stuff. Ya Allah, praying and whatsoever. Hopefully this comes true, without really working. And it's insane that once you leave that environment, you're gonna be the best version of yourself. Literally, you're going to be the best version of yourself. It's because you know why? Once you're alone and you have that lonely period where you leave your old friends and you're striving to have new friends, and that middle section of your life, the middle section of your part, that lonely chapter is only you trapped with yourself, and that's it. It was insane. Like, that lonely part that I had was approximately 5 to 6 months by myself, and I didn't know what to do whatsoever. I was looking at the internet, watching podcasts, finally embracing who I am as a person and accepting my flaws for the first time in my life. It's insane, yeah? For the first time, I never knew accepting your flaws was a thing. Never knew whatsoever. I looked into myself and not even accepting my flaws, having flaws. I never knew even I had them. And it's insane. Like, I've had my flaws, I accepted my flaws. And I'm like, okay, this is the area where I need to really improve at. This is the area where I need to find a way to better myself as an individual. Friends that do not really remind you of your purpose or your goals are really and truly holding you back. You don't really need to cut them off whatsoever. You can just keep them on a distance and lower the conversational levels and not meeting them as much till they understand that you're in your goal and trying to strive for your goal and you have a bigger purpose than meeting them. Do not ever be afraid to say no to things that really do not remind you of your goals. I was so afraid to say my first no. And my first no came from when I was actually really pissed off. When I had this conversation with my friend and he was like, yo, listen, man, let's go outside and everything. I was like, what are we gonna do? And he was like, chilling. And I was like, okay, is there anything else that we're gonna do? He was like, why are you asking questions? And I was like, no, I just wanna know, like, if are we gonna do something different right now? Like, for now, are we gonna do something different? And he was like, no, we're just gonna do the same ordinary things. Why are you asking those type of questions? And I was like, I can ask questions, it's because I'm a human being. A human being can ask whatever sort of freaking question that he wants to ask. And he was like, why are you being pressed? I was like, you know what? I don't want to go. No. That was my first no. It came from anger. It came through anger. And sometimes anger is a good thing. Let me phrase that. If you're angry and you really control your emotions and you react in a quite decent manner, but really be strong and firm, that's a good thing. You really need to be, because us human beings, we're only in control of our reactions. If our reactions are not pleasant, we're gonna get a clash towards the other person. So anger could be something good. I would say so. As I said, changing environment doesn't really mean that you really need to cut people off. You just need to keep a distance, as I said earlier. And that's what I did personally. But yeah, for most cases of all my friends in the past, I really kept them in a distance till they actually understood and they stopped contacting me. And once in a while we get into a call and everything, and I'm like, how's everything? How's your family? How's it? Oh, good and everything. And then that's it. Like, I just wanted to know what's their updates, and they want to know what's my update, if I'm doing well, if they're doing well. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. See ya. Off to my purpose right now. Life lesson. Your environment is either watering your potential, or actually poisoning it. And you could just see it for yourself, and you have free will at the end of the day. You can do whatever you strive to do. You're a human being that is capable to conquer and do every single thing. As a individual, as a human being, you could strive for anything in this world. And I really believe it. But you just need to have the mindset of it. And the first thing to do is really stop entertaining yourself with people that do not really give a fuck about you at the end of the day. No one really freaking cares about you at the end of the day. The people that you hang out with at the end of the day don't really give a shit about you. And I learned it the hard way. The rules that I follow in life, to be honest, is nobody gives a shit about you at the end of the day. Do what you're supposed to do. Give no excuses to yourself. And then that's it. You're gonna be all right. Like, if you just follow those 3 rules, I know it sounds simple, but it is what it is. I don't really care about what people really think. I'm just gonna do what I wanna do, and that's it. Delusional. You see, once if you're in a obsession state, people are gonna call you delusional. Once the delusional works, people are gonna call you smart. Thank you, people. And I just want you to know that me personally, I'm rooting for you. And I always see the good in people. And I hopefully want you guys to win at the end of the day. Strangers on the internet are way more supportive sometimes than your friends. And it's really, really a tough pill to swallow. Thank you, people. I'll see you again. That was so gay. I'm never gonna do that shit.